The summer of sport is in full swing.
Oh, wow, look at the speed here. Can't think of a better place to be today. Go! Right out of the gun, fast and free.
And they are off and running. We've seen it on land. Now SailGP brings it to the water.
Oh, these guys are really making a splash out here today.
Einen wunderschönen guten Morgen, herzlich willkommen hier in Sassnitz. Good morning everyone here in Sassnitz for the ROCKWOOL German Sail Grand Prix. Good to have everyone, some faces I've seen last year here and some new faces around. My name is Christine Recker. I'm going to host this official opening press conference of the ROCKWOOL Germany Sail Grand Prix. And I'm here with broadcaster ZDF, and usually you find me behind the commenters Mike, so it's an even more pleasure to be here this morning and have this press conference with you, opening up the Germany Sail Grand Prix, ROCKWOOL Germany Sail Grand Prix, for the second time taking place here in Sassnitz. And wow, look outside. Isn't this amazing? And who knew? 12 months ago, this was the first time this venue popped up at the calendar, and everybody who looked at it was like, okay, there's Sydney, there's Rio, there's New York, and there's Sassnitz where? And it proved itself. It really did last year, and it left with a new nickname. It left with a reputation, everybody leaving this venue with a big smile, now hammered itself on the map of sailing locations in the world. And it also left with a new record, 103.93 kilometers an hour speed record, never been broken since. We're going to get to this later as well. And to make it clear again, most of you know Sassnitz like this, but if you know this town without the event, it doubles up kind of during this whole weekend with 13,000 spectators coming into the grandstands, and of course even more fans being on the shorelines, and of course everyone around involved on the water and on the shorelines. So this is a great event going to come up for the weekend. And talking about numbers, with the live broadcast with ZDF last year, we've reached more than 2 million people on the TV screens at home watching sailing for 2 hours in a row, 2 days in a row, which was amazing. And this is what SailGP does, and this is what we are hoping to achieve this weekend again. And I mean, look outside, the wind's picking up, the weather forecast looks amazing. So I'm quite sure this will happen. It's the 9th event of the 2026 season. Only 5 remain, and the championship couldn't be any tighter. Every team is fighting in every race for maybe this last point, which makes it grab this spot in the winner takes it all grand final. This morning we are going to hear first from the home team, from the SailGP team Germany, presented by Deutsche Bank, followed by 4 international athletes. We're going to have 2 brief moderated panels, and then you have the chance to go on one-to-one interviews up there. So feel free, if you have any requests or questions, to get back to the media team, and you'll be helped with them. But before that, before we begin, we say thank you to everyone who brings this event to the Baltic Sea, title partner ROCKWOOL, of course, the city of Sassnitz, the island of Rügen, the state Mecklenburg-Vorpommern, and of course all the other partners. But now, let's get started and welcome 2 athletes who are going to race home waters for the weekend. Driver and 2-time Olympic medalist Erik Kosegarten-Heil, and his 2 eyes extra behind the wheel, strategist Anna Barth. Please welcome. Find your seats. Hello, good to see you again. How are you? You made your way. Could you get through easy, or did you have to stop every 2 minutes to say hi to everyone and take autographs probably, or how did it work? How's it going?
Yeah, hi everybody. Yeah, we made it through. It's not too busy yet, but we stop here and there to make some pictures. It's amazing to be back. It's cool how the forecast is paying out in the end, and we're really looking forward to the weekend.
Anna, last year, Sassnitz was your first home event. You came into the season as one of the youngest. The improvement of the team, it was a whole journey for the team, for you as well. And you told me this week that it's been quite impressive what you recognize when you've been here in Sassnitz last year when the event was going on. Could you talk us through how it felt for you to be here last year, to see all these fans celebrating these sports in Germany, and also you as a team, and how it feels to be back?
Yeah, it feels amazing. To be honest, we didn't really know what to expect last year, and think the event exceeded all expectations. It was really, really awesome to have such a big home crowd, so many people cheering. We were really overwhelmed and looking forward to this again this weekend.
I mean, we've been commenting next to the grandstand. We felt it vibrating, but you also said you even felt it on the water.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Sassnitz was probably the first time I could actually hear the crowd. It's probably also because they cheered most when we were the closest, but it's really tricky to hear with our in-ears on the water, but in Sassnitz, I for sure I heard the fans.
Eric, you've been practicing in Kiel, actually, not far from here. It's home waters, it's Baltic Sea water, but is it actually comparable, Kiel and this? Why did you choose to practice in Kiel again? And what's the local knowledge worth speeding out there with 100 kilometers an hour, nearly?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, in Kiel is pretty similar in terms of the average wind direction. We have usually southwesterly winds and offshore breeze. The watercolor is the same, so it's maybe a little advantage, but our races are so short. The strategy has a part in it, but the technical sailing the boat is very difficult as well. So it's good to prepare on Baltic Sea waters, but it's not the only thing we do.
And it's still different to be here. So Sassnitz is different when you wind-wise.
It's usually a bit more breeze here. I think the average wind here is about 10 to 15 knots in August. Offshore breeze most of the time. We are blessed with what we see now, and we are probably also blessed this weekend with even stronger winds and a lot of action. So really looking forward to the racing.
And steep coast makes it even more tricky to find the gusts and avoid the gusts, or?
Yeah, a little bit. It just the huge height difference starts behind. So we get shifty and gusty winds, but it could be worse if it shifts to northwesterly winds. So we expect westerly winds the next 2 days, which is probably pretty okay.
Pretty okay, sounds good. Talking about the improvement of the team and your journey. Last year, you had your first race win here, and before that, Portsmouth was the probably lowest point of the team season 25. But you got yourself together. You came here. You kind of really had a breakthrough with this first race win. This time, we are going to have the split fleet as the new format, and you're in Group B with the Artemis, Championship leaders Bonds Flying Ruse, Emirates GBR, North Star, and the US. Is that a serious room to get out of, or are you fine with that?
Nothing we have in control. We were a bit lucky with the last 2 events on groups, and this time I feel we have a very strong group. And look, we have to focus really on ourselves. And if it's breezy tomorrow, it's not what decides the races. It's how good you work as a team together, and we really focus on ourselves to make that happen.
Which leads me to you again, Anna, as a strategist, talking about the new format and knowing about the group now. How much does that change your preparation, and how much does it change your job out there?
Yeah, I mean, I think for us, as Eric said, it's mostly about firstly focusing on ourselves and getting off the start line well. If we're in front at the first mark, then just makes our life a lot easier. So yeah, that's obviously the first focus, and then doesn't matter so much who's around us, but for sure it's going to be really tough racing against some really good teams.
And having less teams on the race course, what does it change for you as a strategist?
It makes my life a bit easier, maybe. It's less traffic for sure, and I'm able to focus more on specific boats and also anticipate better, because with 13 boats on one course, the course length didn't change much now with split fleet, so there's more space and more opportunity to find clear lanes with good breeze. So it's an advantage, I would say.
And maybe you've seen the Instagram post about the improvement of the teams, and the German team looks more consistent and also a bit more up in the leaderboard than last year at the Sassnitz event. You've been at podium in Bermuda, 4th in Halifax, 5th in Portsmouth, but you haven't yet won an event. So what's the piece that's missing, and what would it mean to win here in front of the home crowds?
I mean, this would mean the world to us. Last year we had a very bad season until we came here, and it was a big changing point for us to get off the starting line, especially with a race win in the first race, and feeling the crowd giving their energy to us, and it was a big changing point for us for the rest of the season. And I think so far we had a lot of progress, especially on speed, and we are now able to overtake people on the course, but it still feels like we're not getting off the line quick enough. So we worked a lot on the starts and tried to make good starts happen. That's basically what we want to do. And it's not easier here because it's very, very shifty in the starting box. So I think everyone got a taste yesterday how gusty you can end up in the starting box. So big challenge as well again to nail the starts. But we had a big focus on it, and I hope we improve.
Anna, do you think the home crowds can help you push this forward and to make a win possible?
Yeah, it feels like we're going to have good support just on top of the starting box, so that hopefully can help a bit. But in the end, it's up to us to bring it onto the line and be the first around the mark.
And having family and friends around, it's easy for them to come here then and watch you race. And also, maybe Eric, this maybe also becomes a special one for you. Luisa is here, and there's some news ahead in your family.
Yeah, I mean, she's pregnant, and we are awaiting a child in October. So it's cool for her to be around. She's not working anymore right now, and we're really looking forward to this as well. I mean, on top of this, it feels always like a bit more pressure, having the home crowd cheering for you, having friends and family around. The whole sailing world traveled here. We met, a couple of international guys even traveling to Sassnitz now already in the morning, and feels like there is a bit more pressure on us. But this is what you need to deal with. And
it's a good one.
I hope it's a good one. I prefer the pressure than being not awake.
That's a good final word, I'd say. I say thank you very much, Anna Barth and Eric Kosegaard and Heil, so you're able to have the one-on-one interviews. Have a good racing. We watch you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I just remain seating because we're now welcoming the 4 athletes at the center of this weekend's story. Please welcome on stage probably the wing trimmer of this fleet right now, winner of the last 2 events and Season 4 Rolex SailGP champion, Florian Trittel of Los Gallos. Hello.
Morgen.
Guten Morgen, wir könnten jetzt Deutsch reden, aber
Ja.
wir bleiben...
Hört man mich?
Man sollte dich hören, ja, aber wir bleiben. We stick to English.
Yeah.
Then we say hi to driver of Artemis SailGP team, Olympic gold medalist and double runner-up of the past 2 events, Nathan Outteridge. Driver of ROCKWOOL Racing, the man who holds the fastest speed ever recorded in SailGP, set here in Sassnitz, Nikolai Seestedt. Welcome.
Thank you.
And driver for Explorer Journeys, Swiss SailGP team, Sebastian Schneider. Florian, let's start with you. Halifax, then Portsmouth, 2 in a row, 2nd in the championship. You're probably the team everyone's watching. Is this actually also setting the pressure a lot higher, or is it exactly where you plan to be?
I'm not sure everybody's watching us. I think between all of us, we know that there's many good teams, and we're carrying a good momentum over the past 2 events. And I think right now for us, the pressure is on us because last time we performed really well, we had 2 wins, was last season. We won Los Angeles, San Francisco. And after that, which would be now Sassnitz for us this season, we had a bad event. So for us, it's about wisely managing the momentum that we're carrying and really focusing our energy on not holding back, not relaxing, but keep performing.
And not getting this as a bad omen.
No.
No. And the bonds flying roos are probably the biggest rivals, I say. And in 2 events, you've reduced a 21-point lead down to 12. 5 events are left. What's your plan to catch them?
I don't know. I mean, our plan is to keep performing well, and obviously they're far ahead, and they're one of the best teams by far in the season. And yeah, for us the goal is one day, like we dream of obviously winning another final, but we also want to win the overall before the final, no? So Australia is right now ahead of us, and they're quite far ahead. We missed out due to technical problems on 2 events this season, and we know that we don't want to miss out on any other. We know there's still some events left, and anything can happen, so no gap is big enough, let's say.
So let's not put the nickname on the stage with Sassnitz. So let's leave this to make it happen, to move on like that.
We can leave it to others.
Yeah, no, leave it to no one. So Nathan, let's get to you. Talking about Sassnitz. You've the one not sailed in Sassnitz yet. What rumors did you hear about this venue? Did you even ask about it, and how did it feel being out there? How did you get prepared?
Yeah, well, I wasn't here last year, but I was watching the racing. It looked pretty exciting, and as you said, there was a few crashes. So I think everyone was coming here expecting, strong breeze again, and it looks like the forecast is going to have a lot of good breeze on the weekend. It was awesome to get a really good training day yesterday, and lucky for me, the entire crew except myself were here last year racing on different boats. So I've been hearing from them what to expect, but you never really know until you arrive. But so far, the venue's been great.
Talking about practice, Nikolai, if I wouldn't know better, I would have thought you're aiming for a new speed record already 2 days ago with a near capsize. Talk us through what happened. I also see your fingers still taped. We've seen that before. Not on you, but what happened?
Oh, that's definitely the wrong way to get the speed record at what we did 2 days ago. That was just a turn-up where we got it a bit wrong. We've been experimenting a little bit with some new crew configurations the last 2 days, some new sailors, and it just takes a little bit of time to get into these boats. So there's been a few hiccups on our boat in terms of a few crashes, not with any other boats, but just with the water. But when you're doing 90 kilometers an hour, a crash with the water hurts almost as much as a crash with something solid. So yeah, we have a few bumps and bruises, but all good. We're in race configuration today, and we'll be pushing hard. And
your fingers all good for racing for the weekend?
Yeah, all good. Just a bit of tape, and we're good to go.
And talking about the speed record, 103.93 kilometers an hour. I remember, everybody has seen the videos, and I remember your interview afterwards where you tried to explain these vibrations in the boat. Can you talk us through how it felt? Do you still remember this moment where you all got kind of surprised, like, wow, what happened just now? And do you think it's maybe possible, because Sassnitz is now known as the fastest race course in the Tour?
It's not something we actually chase that hard. I know it's something we get asked a lot when we get here to Sassnitz. But to be honest, we focus more about getting some points. But if the opportunity lines up, you can take it. But it needs to be a good window in terms of you have to do it in the bareway at the first mark, and it has to be a good puff, and you have to come from a wide angle from the top of the line, and all things have to line up to get it. But then I think you can break it. Yeah, if things lines up, you can easily. There's way more in the tank still in these boats, and it's just a matter of time before we break 105 kilometers an hour.
Well, okay, so let's wait and see you on this side. Nathan, Artemis was runner-up in Halifax, runner-up in Portsmouth. Would you say second is the most frustrating place in the championship, or would you say this is exactly where we plan to be as a new team showing up in the season 26?
I think there'd be a lot of teams happy coming second in all these events throughout the season. But coming second at the end of the year is probably going to be very frustrating for whoever ends up in that spot. But yeah, like this year's been a really good year for us. We started as a brand new team. And, at the start of the season, we were getting some good results, but never really converting it into podiums. And now we're starting to find a little bit of form, but we're not getting ahead of ourselves. We know there's some great teams in this league, and to be in the final the last 2 times, racing for race wins has been, really cool for us, and just sort of building a bit of confidence. But, you know, every event's a new event, and you got to attack it as if you're trying to get into that final one more time. So if we get another opportunity to make another final and another opportunity to win an event, that'd be great for us. But, you know, our eyes are probably really set on the future, you know, getting to the final at the end of the year. And we're starting to get into a space where I feel like we can, you know, race against the likes of the Spanish and the Aussies who have been really leading the way this season.
So go and win Whisper Sassnitz. We'll watch. Group racing is confirmed for the rest of the 26 season, and it's already changed the stakes. Sebastian, Portsmouth was a premiere with a new format, and it made the Swiss appearance in the final. So what would you see as a driver's perspective? We talked to Anna about it as a strategist, but from a driver's perspective, what does the new format change in the preparation, the approach of a weekend and a race like that?
Well, it doesn't change too much, honestly. We still have to do the basics well, but we like it. We like the split fleet. I think it opens up some opportunities around the racetrack that we didn't necessarily have in the past, where it was a lot about traffic. Now we can actually play the wind a bit more, so yeah, I'm enjoying it.
And you're in Group A with Los Gallos, the Black Foils, DS Team France, ROCKWOOL Racing, Red Bull Italy, and Mubdala Brazil. And Eric just said it's not about the other teams so much, we're focusing on ourselves, but do you have, like, see one of the teams as your biggest threat, or do you also only focus on yourself?
I think the biggest threat is ourselves. It's yeah, if we can do the things well within our team and sailing cleanly around the racetrack, we can beat anyone, and we saw that, you know, it doesn't really matter who's in your group. I think everybody's sailing really well, so just focus on what Eric also said, doing the good things well, and I think the rest we can't control.
Nikolai, ROCKWOOL as a title partner here and also partner of your team, kind of feels like it's a home event for you too. It's also not far from Denmark. Do you have a lot of family and friends around, and does this rise the temperature for your team as well?
I don't have too many friends and family here, but that's just a general thing. That's just nothing to do with the event. But no, it is a bit of a home event for us. You know, it's amazing to have ROCKWOOL with us for so many years, and also I think this is the 5th event that ROCKWOOL sponsor in 4 different, you know, locations. So that's quite cool how they spread out the energy and stuff. But no, for sure, Sassnitz. Once Eric is done with high-fiving, we definitely feel like we can do a few high-fives as well on Sunday.
All right, and Florian, final question to you. You have the 2 wins in a row so far. Are you focused now on the 3 in a row, or do you ban this phrase from your container?
No, I think we always want to perform the best we can, so that's our goal, definitely. No, and we know where we come from. We come from, as said, 2 good events, and we really need to put focus on not relaxing, not backing off, and yeah, giving our 100%. And I also feel a little bit at home because I'm also half German. Got some friends coming, so hopefully they can cheer on the Spanish team as well.
That's so cool to hear. And I say thank you, everyone. Have a good and safe racing out there. We're excited to have you around. And that concludes this morning's press conference. All our athletes will now move to the media interviews upstairs. So feel free to get there for the interviews and get to the media team. Racing gets underway tomorrow with both days live on ZDF, again with the broadcast, and of course around World GP's, SailGP's channels. Full details at sailgp.com/Germany. So we'll see you out there. I get back to the commentators' mic, and I'm happy to have a very, very interesting and exciting racing weekend ahead. Good luck, everyone. Thank you so much, and have a great weekend. Thank you.